An entitled girl parked in my driveway and said it wasn't her problem, so I turned her into my prisoner. I came home from work Friday night exhausted and ready to collapse, only to find a BMW crammed up against my garage door. My driveway is this narrow concrete cage between stone walls, and once you're in and I park behind you, you're not leaving until I say so. This happens all the time when you live in a college town, so I just pulled up right behind her and went inside. Then around 10 p.m. someone pounded on my door. I opened it to find a girl in a crop top, phone in one hand. "Move your car, now." She was breathing hard, her face already red. No apology, no greeting, just a demand. I pointed at the BMW wedged against my garage. "You're parked in my driveway." She actually rolled her eyes and threw her free hand up in the air. "I don't care, I need to leave." "But you parked on my property." She snapped her fingers right in front of my face, actually snapped them twice, like I was her personal valet. "Just move it." I just smiled and told her, "Nah, I'm in for the night. I'll move it in the morning." Her mouth dropped open, and her face twisted into this disgusted expression like I just spit on her shoes. "That's not my problem, boomer." Those words flipped a switch in my brain. I watched her storm off, her phone already at her ear, one arm waving around as she yelled at whoever answered. Then the red and blue lights flashed down the street, and as I watched the cop car pull up, an idea hit me. I grabbed a beer from my fridge, cracked it open, and walked out to meet the officer, taking a long sip as I approached. The tired-looking cop glanced between me with my beer and the girl who was now pacing back and forth in my driveway. "What's the situation here?" he asked. I explained calmly. "She parked in my private driveway without permission. I parked behind her when I got home, and now I've been drinking, so I can't legally move my car." I took another sip for emphasis. The officer took one look at the narrow driveway and the stone walls. He turned to the girl. "Ma'am, you parked on private property. I can't ask him to drive under the influence." "But I'm trapped." Her arms shot up over her head. "You shouldn't have parked on someone else's property." Then he walked back to his patrol car. I couldn't believe that actually worked. I looked past the cop at the girl standing there with her arms still in the air and gave her the biggest smile I could manage. Then I pulled out my phone and glanced at the calendar. Labor Day weekend. 3 beautiful days stretching ahead. I walked back outside and told her I'd be drinking all weekend since it was a holiday, but she could get her car Tuesday when I went back to work. The shriek that came out of her mouth probably woke dogs 3 blocks away. "I have classes Tuesday." I just shrugged and threw her own words back at her. "That's not my problem." She kept spam calling the cops all weekend until they finally stopped showing up. Then Tuesday morning came. I looked out my window and there she was, sitting on my front steps, slumped over in wrinkled clothes, her hair a mess, looking like she'd been there all night. I grabbed my work bag and walked out in my suit. Her head shot up the second she heard my door open. She stood up so fast she almost tripped. Her eyes locked on me like I was her salvation. I walked right past her toward my car in the driveway. Then my Uber pulled up to the curb. "I have a headache from all that drinking," I said with a shrug and climbed into the back seat. As we started to pull away, I turned around to look through the rear window and watched the hope drain completely from her face. Her shoulders dropped and her whole body just deflated right there on my front steps. Eventually, I let her have it back. My driveway stayed empty after that.